think we, I think
I
we,
think we need your song.
oh no. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-bum.
Gloucester till the end.
All right, we have that right there. Copy link address, close it.
All the magic is happening in the man cave.
I don't know about the man cave. All right, that's there. I can publish
The man
that.
corner. The man corner.
All right, I can close this after. All right, close that, and we just go here. All right, we are live. It's GloucesterCast. Hey, Mike Coder. We're live. It's GloucesterCast 393. I think I figured out how to do this and it not be a complete fucking mess. And the key is less participants. I think there's just too much. I think 3 or 4 is the max. Good morning, Joey Foot. Good morning, Mike Coder. I'm here with Jimmy and Pat Dalpierre.
Good morning.
Morning, Gloucester and Joey.
Look how clear Jimmy and Pat look. It pleases me.
It pleases me as well.
You know, yeah, we haven't heard it in a while, so I'll say it. Happy birthday, Joey.
Hey, thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
We need a little.
There's a lot of people doing a lot of nice things right now. We'll start out.
Yeah, that is one of the most heartwarming things to see, the efforts that people are making to help other people or just make things easier.
Yeah, I think, we get inundated with them. So I'm just going to mention a couple of them. One of them is Jason Grow and Sean Henry. Their program, the Porch Rate program, to benefit the Open Door. Pat has the details on that. I'm going to let you read them.
Okay, and Bill Sumner is another one of the photographers, along with Jason and Sean, who are teaming up to offer socially distanced family portraits on your porch, stoop, yard, front window, in exchange for a direct donation to the Open Door. You email them and they will set up a time for you. Our time is already scheduled for tomorrow. So I'm hoping he can make us look great.
Oh, that's awesome. I think that's really sweet that you guys are doing that. So the idea is like, your family, you set up the time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait. Do you have the details there? I wanted you to read them. So why don't you go ahead?
I'm sorry. We will schedule a short 10 or 15-minute session and provide a final high-resolution portrait in either black and white or color, available to download via Dropbox. 100% of the funds are going to the Open Door. However, they know times are tight and requests for food donations have increased. But if you can't provide a donation right now, they'll still schedule you in the hopes that you'll follow up when you are able to.
That's nice.
So they are coming tomorrow to keep social distance to the front of our house, our apartment here on Hesperus Avenue, and take our mugs. I hope we look good, like I said.
We're thinking about sitting on the porch. I don't know. We may lean against the car. I don't know what we're going
to do. I think the idea is it's the way this got started, because they're kind of piggybacking
on other. Yeah, they're picking up on other similar projects.
And I think the way it is like it's like a porch stoop project. Like you're supposed to sit on your front steps if you have front steps or something.
Right. And it was super easy to make the donation online to Open Door. So I would encourage anybody to give it a go.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. We'll share our picture when we get it.
Yeah, I think it's going to be great.
He doesn't cross my face off on the picture when it comes out. We'll see.
Come on, don't say that. She would never do that to you.
Hey, by the way, we need to start by saying thank you to everybody, Joe.
Go ahead. Give it a whirl.
Well, I've been listening to your podcast too, and you've been saying everybody on the front lines, everything that you're working on, we're always saying thank you, and we know how hard it is. It's getting harder every day. We're hearing about some people who are like really angst about it, but they know they're helping people and they're going, and our hats are off to you. Kudos. So we want to say thank you.
To who?
To all the people who are maybe in the nursing field, who have to go in the emergency rooms, the fire department, the police department, the people who are in the supermarkets.
I'm
who are going
thanking
to
the
work.
package delivery people because that's what's keeping me sane. Packages from Amazon.
Yeah, yeah. There was a big walkout was
Yeah.
it in New York or something? Or I'm not sure if it was
Was
Michigan,
it?
New Jersey.
New Jersey. There was a walkout. Amazon workers um, asking for more safety stuff or something. I'm not
Yeah.
sure. Um, but yeah, no, the grocery store people, the fire police, the teachers that are putting together these programs for
Oh
kids for the
boy.
online, um, and the truckers. I can't forget the truckers
No,
that
can't
Oh boy,
forget
the
them.
truckers.
No,
Yes.
definitely.
getting stuff where it needs to go. We've been talking about leading the show with that every time, so we got to make sure we remember that. Thanks for bringing that up, Jimmy. Um, Bex. Oh, I don't know Bex. I mean, I don't know if I, I mm, I don't know if Bex wants to talk about what she was doing.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Anyway, but there's so booze has been a big thing for a lot of people. And
Oh yeah.
I'm not saying it's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm just saying booze is a big thing right now. So we'll go through some of the different options you have right now. Serenity Restaurant Group is selling beer and wine with your takeout, right? Want
Yes.
to go through
Yes.
that program?
And
But they only have, I think they have 5. Hey, Ed Collard, how you doing, buddy? They have 5 locations open. Why don't you read that press release, Pat?
it says order beer or wine to pair with dinner and pick it up right at the restaurant. No extra stops or touch points. Click on the restaurant's website below for a list of beer and wine currently available. And the restaurants include Cala's and Hale Street Tavern, 15 Walnut, The Spot, Maggie's Farm. And bonus, you can add these points to your Serenity account.
You can add those points to your Serenity account. They're also carrying stuff, staples like eggs, butter,
Right.
whole milk, latex gloves. Hi, Lynn Scannell. How you doing? So you can go to the Serenity website, or you can go to actually Cape Ann Eats. We have that information on there as well.
Yeah, they're really stepping it up and helping people out, doing their best to try to help people out through this.
So there's that.
It's pretty awesome.
Next we'll go to Savor Wine and Cheese. They have a liquor delivery program and a curbside service. Why don't you read that one, Pat?
Oh, I'm sorry. I went to the wrong Savor. Oh, there it is. Savor and Cheese to Home. We are confident the hygienic precautions at Savor minimize risk to remain a safe environment. Our plan is to remain open and in compliance. For your convenience, peace of mind, and desire to limit social contact, we are expanding our 2-home delivery program throughout the week, including Sunday and Monday, 7 days. So 7 days a week. That's awesome.
Wow.
Home delivery guidelines to call them or email, and they already have your previous purchases in their database. Free delivery to Gloucester, Rockport, Manchester, Magnolia, and Essex. It is a minimum purchase of $50. And of course, you need to be old enough. Delivery scheduled by arrangement, usually the same or the next day, and curbside pickup.
Very cool.
So they're covering all the bases, it seems.
Really nice.
Oh, and they also have 3 of their popular stews available: Tuscan vegetarian, beef barley, and Brunswick Country chicken vegetable. No, Brunswick County chicken vegetable. We vacuum seal them in the day and freeze them in mason jars.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Soup is good. Soup is good. I was reading.
We got a little extra broth in our order from Jalapenos recently, and I made some soup with it, and it's awesome.
I want to do a shout out to Lori Lufkin and her fiance, who did a drop of, and we make sure we had our gloves on, sanitized everything. But Lori Lufkin made some incredible clam chowder, and her husband, her fiance, gave us some some of his rubs. He's a competition barbecue
Ooh.
guy. Has won hundreds of barbecue or placed in hundreds of barbecue competitions all over the country. Has competed in the World Food Championships. Hi, Ma. My mom just popped on, and they gave me some rub, so I'm excited to try the rub.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Also, so we contacted Liquor Locker because we wanted to see what they were doing, because I'm getting low on Coors Light, so it's a problem. It's a problem. And Kate has half of a handle of Tito's left, so we want to make sure we could get our booze. So anyway, what they are doing at the Liquor Locker, they will do curbside. They have a couple different options for you. You can call in your order, give them your credit card over the phone, and when you get there, they'll bring it out for you. So there's that, and you can and there's a couple different ways. So you can call Liquor Locker, knowing that you can do curbside pickup as well, as Savor
That's
Wine,
awesome.
as Savor Wine
What
and
was that
Cheese.
phrase? What'd they say? Anything to help out or something.
Anything to make their customers feel comfortable.
That was what he said. Yeah. You guys heard the conversation, so that was really nice of them. I haven't been doing takeout, but you guys have. And this past week, you guys went to Charlie's place, and
we did,
and Mom's Kitchen.
And the thing about I was really missing Charlie's place, and I especially missed their strawberry shortcake. They have an awesome strawberry shortcake. They didn't have any available that day, but so I guess we'll have to try again. But one lady that when Jim went into, we've also been trying to limit. We don't both need to go in there and pick things up. We're trying to send one person in when possible. I'm not trusting him with the groceries alone, however. But anyway, the lady at the pickup said she didn't know Charlie's was open. She was so glad to hear it. So I was happy to share that news that Charlie's was open because a lot of people like it so much there. We also got takeout. Jim got a chicken pot pie from Mom's.
Yes.
It was huge.
Well, they have come in all these different sizes, and I remember the chicken pot pie, and when McCarthy brought it up and he showed it and talked about it, I said to Pat, I got to do it again. So it's great. They're open from Tuesday.
For the chicken pot pie.
Yeah, for the 4 to 6 for the chicken pot pie, and from Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I don't think it goes into the weekends. I'm not sure. But they are, just call, make your reservation.
They put out a press release yesterday that they're taking orders for coffee rolls, and you can order coffee rolls.
Those look so
for
good.
Easter as well.
We nearly left the house to go get some of those. They look really good.
My mother randomly says, "Joey, you make the best rubs and ribs. You are the best griller." I don't think that that's remotely true. But then she adds, "I want pina colada mix."
Okay, adding it to the list.
Randomly, Mob, decides that this is
right.
this is the forum to tell me that she needs some pina colada mix. So we'll see. I don't know what the fuck that I'm supposed to do with that. I'm not going out. I'm like we are on serious lockdown over here.
And Joey, she's right now taking a tissue and she's trying to wipe the corner of your mouth a little bit too.
The spittle.
Yeah,
that's disgusting.
She's doing that too, Joey. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. You got
Hi,
me.
Mom. We love you. We love you, Mom.
Yeah. There's that. So
Yeah,
get that. Tell me about so Jimmy. What people don't know may not know is that Jimmy and Pat in their former lives were very involved with the Mets minor league baseball program, specifically the Rumble Ponies, and he has insider information with those people. Hey, Susan Casey Lipsett, our good friend.
Yeah.
Hey, Susan. So Jimmy has inside information on the Rumble Ponies minor league baseball program and a little bit to do with what some of the thinking is for Major League Baseball. So I'm going to let you take it from here, Jimmy.
Sure. I wish we had the breaking news with all the guys there. They would do it now. But anyway, I got a call and from my good friends down there, and they were just filling me in with a few things. Right now, everything's on hold, as we all know. The season was supposed to begin in April, and it goes until Labor Day. That's how the minor leagues work. Well, they are now talking that there's a lot of discussion. They're calling it negotiations, but they're saying that they're thinking about opening up in July for 90 games, 45 home, 45 away. This would extend it past Labor Day and then extend the season. Now, by doing it in July and August, they're still not guaranteeing people will go in, but this is what they're negotiating for. Who's going to pay these guys right now? When are they going to start their season? All that is negotiating. Now, as far as Major League goes, there's a lot of discussion right now about playing to empty stadiums. They want the guys to get back there and play. So now Major League Baseball and the owners are all discussing when they're going to start and play to an empty stadium. Now, if you play to an empty stadium, does that mean you have to have your 26-man team? Or can you expand it? Maybe bring up some of these really hot shot minor league guys and bring them in. So, but they need training too. So this is what's really happening, talking business sense about baseball. That's what's going on right now.
There you go. There's your insider scoop. What I'd like to mention is people having a little bit more tolerance and being a little less judgmental. Hi, Kayla Cassie. I don't know. I think she might be a new listener. I haven't heard of her before. Dennis Bryant, welcome to the podcast. This is a time to come together and hi, Chad Johnson. How you doing, buddy? The people, it seems, and I'm trying to limit my Facebook stuff, listening to and news and stuff like that. But there's a lot of people that are like being, and I was guilty of this the other day with Jimmy and Pat, because Jimmy and Pat were going out to a bunch of restaurants for takeout, and I started in on them like, you really need to stay home and limit your thing, and then I was like, I just gotta shut up, because whether whatever precautions you're taking for yourself is what you have to do, and no one wants to hear people lecturing them. We're all adults. I am taking extreme precautions for my family, and that's the way we're handling it. But like, I just hear people shaming other people and this, that, and that. Hey, Danetti Ferretti, how you doing, honey? It's a time for us to come together. I saw something on Facebook about Eastern Point, and these, and I don't. And I think they said it was one of the residents of Eastern Point wanted to close it down, and all the other people were all about keeping it open. And the same rabble rousers that, hey, Dominic Novello, how you doing? The same rabble rousers that have to fucking get in everybody's business, write this big thing, trying to, this whole, eat the rich fucking thing. And it's just, it doesn't fucking help anyone. We're all supposed to be coming together and not trying to fucking kill each other. And I'm just tired of it. I'm really tired of the shaming. And I hope it's a time, to really just be uplifting, like the stuff that Jackie Enslow is doing. She's got a project going where they're collecting scuba masks, seeing if they can be reused. Jason Grow and Sean Henry and the other guy and Bex Borden. This is what everybody needs to focus on, is the positives and the people that have their health, and do what's best for you.
I think people might think they're trying to help by reminding people what their views are about maintaining restrictions or limits or common sense or whatever the right term is today. But yeah, I have to avoid it, and I try to concentrate on the positive and share the positive whenever I can. Because that's how we're going to get through this.
Yeah.
They say all the world's a stage, and this is right now, this is what's the play that's going on right now, is all this stuff. And I would like to see people step up and say thank you to people and say the words that a lot of people don't say is good job.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't say that.
Oh, that's true.
They don't walk around and say, hey, nice job.
I got a nice email from a guy that hey Steve Reed, how you doing, buddy? I got a nice email from a guy that he's been following the blog since the beginning. Never reaches out to me, but he felt the need to email me personally to shame me for posting what I considered a funny picture of Bo, because Chris's dog Bo, I think it's hilarious that he goes and he climbs up on top of this rock and he power squats and he takes a dump, and it's just it's just fucking hilarious, and to us it's funny, and the guy took time out of his day, has all the stuff we've done, 13 years doing this blog, probably 4 hours a day, maybe 5 hours a day,
Oh yeah.
Going out, reaching out to people, creating videos, promoting people's businesses, spreading the good word. This is the fucking thing the guy decided out of all these years he's going to contact me to fucking shame me because I put up a picture of a dog pooping. And I'm just like, really? I'm like, no fucking thank you. Just no, just
right.
Fucking you needed to bring that negativity into my life this day, instead of
just
like no thank you for everything you guys are doing. Try to keep it light and positive. To me, it's funny. It's a diversion. It's maybe a little laugh. You might get fucking 30 seconds of pleasure out of it. But yeah, no, Susan.
Yeah, people
Susan
could just think twice before they criticize publicly. On a good note, the opposite of that, I got an email from one of our longtime readers and listeners sharing some information. I'm going to post. I asked if I could have permission to repost it regarding the Easter Lights project that is underway. Easter's coming up this weekend, and people are asked to put lights out to just acknowledge, I think, the holiday in a way that people can acknowledge it without getting together. And he had some history of Gloucester to share. I'm going to post it. So I thank David Collins for his positive email.
Nice, very nice.
It really brightened up my day.
Yeah, he wrote to Pat saying, I realize that you're kind of new with the blog here and you've been doing all this stuff, but I've been watching and listening to Good Morning Gloucester for a while. And I really like what you guys are doing. I want to do my share. He's down in Florida, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he's down in Florida and he's watching and he's doing this. So there you go, Joe. Two opposites right there.
Yeah. We get a lot of viewers from around the country. A lot of the. I wonder what they're doing as far as. Are they discouraging people that are in Florida from coming home? Or how are they handling that? Like,
I think Florida is trying to restrict entry from by residents of certain states or from certain states or hotspots.
I get you. I wonder how they could possibly do that. I wonder.
I don't really know.
And I did hear the airlines have really drastically cut down the amount of flights out. So that's one way they're controlling that too, I guess.
Well, I was listening to the radio the other day, and they said that it costs I think they said something like $50,000 to do a flight.
Oh, really?
And there was like 3 people on the flight.
Well, I read somewhere that some of these flights need to be taken so that they can maintain that spot. They don't give up that route.
Oh, I gotcha.
There's some sort of rule, or I don't know. I don't know the details of it, but it was interesting that some of these flights have to go so that the airlines can maintain that route.
Susan Casey Lipset, can you tell me how are the numbers in Atlanta? And I'd like to hear how have they regressed? Are they increasing? Because I think this coming week for us is supposed to be the height of it, if I'm right. Because again, I'm not really paying too much attention. Paul Dalzell joined us, Is he? He must be of the famous Dalzell clan. Do you know someone named Paul Dalzell? Jimmy?
No, I do not.
Oh wow, that's interesting. That's interesting. Okay, I'm sorry, but Pat, do you know is this coming week supposed to be the worst of it?
I think so. I think that's the expectation.
Mm. In other places, did someone say that in California, um, the numbers have actually started to recede because they got it before us? Have you heard
I
that?
think even New York is cautiously optimistic because their numbers at least steadied out.
Yeah. Oh, I got you. Hey, Sherry Zizek, Annie Roshan is on. Um,
Nice.
so we love our Sherry. Sherry, I wonder if there's any news from the Beauport hospitality group that you want to share, Sherry. Uh, there's that. Uh, what's one other thing we want to talk? Oh, Jimmy, you said that in New York. Hi, Marianne. You said that in New York that some businesses are calling people back.
Yeah, I have a good friend who we're texting back and forth, and she told me her husband works for a very big corporation right near us, and they put out a notice that they're calling back all 2,000 employees. I believe it's next week. I'm pretty sure it's going to be next week. They're bringing them back. They're going to start opening up again. She's a little worried because her husband is of that risk area that they're talking about. So she's a little worried about going there because there is some talk about maybe when everyone gets back, is this going to happen again? All that stuff's going on. So she is a little worried, but she's also grateful that maybe things are starting to.
Well, I imagine they've been deemed essential.
Yeah.
And yeah, transportation. Yeah, yeah, that would be an essential industry. Hey, James Eves. Uh, James Eves. Did anybody see that James and Anna made their own salt? They had like a
Yeah.
salt. They had a salt project going. Hey, Colleen Noonan. I'd love
James,
to. I reached out to James. I'm like, James, have you heard? People do smoke salt, like put smoke flavor into salt. And
I'm looking forward to finally getting through with all this, where I can go to everybody's house again and visit, and maybe open up my pockets and steal a little bit of salt there.
You don't want to go to Jimmy's house because he's got dogs and they'll eat you.
I am not worried about dogs eating me.
I'm telling you, you got to watch out. You can't go to and then, plus that's the other side of the island. That's Rockport. Bad over.
Well, maybe we can meet in a certain spot. Okay.
Safe space. You need a safe space. Hey, Connor McCarthy's watching. Hey, Connor, how we doing, buddy?
Hi, Connor.
Yeah, no, but he's going to collaborate with. So James said that he's going to collaborate with Craig and make some.
Oh, that's awesome.
Smoked salt, which would be great for barbecue, obviously, right? Even if you're not barbecuing, so say you're cooking on your stove, say it's pouring out and you're going to cook a steak on the stove, you can add the smoke flavored salt on it. Be pretty cool, I bet.
That's a great idea. That's a wonderful idea.
My fridge is stocked, my freezer is stocked, my beer supply is depleting.
And you have toilet paper.
Oh.
So Connor McCarthy chimes in and says his dad is crying in the corner because he didn't get invited. And to that I'd say, with the reason I felt horrible that Jimmy and Pat have been neglected for the last 3 podcasts, so I wanted to do a special one with them. I actually invited Kim Smith because she hasn't been on. She didn't get back to me. I invited Nicole because she hasn't been on. And so I'm trying to spread the love around. So okay, here we go. We got an update from Atlanta. As of yesterday, Georgia, with a population of 10 million, had.
Oh yeah, hear this. Yeah.
Okay, do you want me to read it, Pat, or do you want?
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Wait. Here's the dope slap. Okay.
As of yesterday, Georgia, with a population of 10 million, had around 6,700 cases of COVID-19. People seem to be behaving mostly okay, but she has to go into politics. Late to announce the lockdown. Here's all right. We don't do politics anyway. So Connor McCarthy, He doesn't feel any better. Thanks for trying though, Joey. I feel terrible, Chris, but usually during the day, Chris has to work, and we don't want to get him in trouble. I promise I'll have a nighttime one for the guys.
I'll help. Chris, this is the island of misfit toys right here, okay? Joey's just reaching out to us. That's all he's doing. Thank you.
I'm trying to, you know, there's a push, there's a pull, there's a tug. Be mean to Pat. How was I mean to Pat? How was it, Pat? Was I mean to you?
I think maybe Susan meant the dope slap.
Oh, well, that was Jimmy. So what? Don't say I wasn't being mean to Pat. That was Jimmy. That's spousal abuse. There's gonna be police knocking on your door any minute now.
Oh, great. Wonderful. Great. There goes the picture for tomorrow. It's all done.
Oh,
We have a zero
social distance out the door.
We have a zero tolerance on politics.
There you go.
Elizabeth Carvelis is watching. Hi, how are you? Pat, Mrs. Chris, and a rub. I don't know what that means. And a rub. I don't know. Nicole. Oh, all of a sudden, Nicole. I thought you couldn't come on the podcast. There's an invitation waiting for you. If you log on to if you go to your email, you can log on, Nicole. So we'll see if she jumps on. Maybe Nicole is trying to hide out because she doesn't want to get in trouble maybe she's on the payroll or something. Sherry says she loves Felicia's cooking. It's true. She's an amazing cook. She made fried raviolis yesterday, and she told me she was making fried raviolis. But we have so much food in our fridge that I'm forcing us to use the stuff in our fridge because, you know.
Joey, I did see the picture
wasteful
on that walk that she did with the French fries. That little video that you put out there, that was really Felicia's walk there. That was amazing. Everything you thought it would be, it was definitely a great thing. I don't know if the viewers all got to see all that, but
I'm texting Nicole. I'm sorry. Yeah. So, there she is. We have. I'm gonna jump over to here to the. Hold on.
Excellent.
Over here, I have to admit Nicole. Oh, there she comes. There she comes. And we got to go back here. Nicole Schraff should be joining us shortly here.
Oh.
Hi, Nicole. Welcome to the island of misfit toys.
Right? Son, I'm late to the party.
Yeah. So. Oh God! It's for. Oh, hold on one second. I can fix this. To the.
Excellent.
No. Okay, I have to go here. This is something I as she comes. Oh, we gotta go back. All right. Fuck. I know. Just everybody, hold on. I can fix this.
You're good. You're good.
Am I good now? We're back.
I think so.
All right, we're good. All right, we're good. I'm not gonna touch anything. Hi, everybody. We're back. Nicole, you're home. You're not at work.
No, I've been going to work like one day a week, working from home.
Yeah.
A lot of Zooms on Monday. A lot of Zoom.
I'm surprised. Your house looks very neat and organized.
Yeah, this is about the only place I can do Zoom in my house. If I turn it around, it's not pretty.
Does it all go to shit at that point?
It all goes to shit.
Sherry's
weekend I cleaned like crazy, and I'm like, why? Why did I do that? So
Sherry Zizik from Beauport says hi.
Oh.
I don't know if you could see the comments on Facebook, but if you have anything running in the background, if you could turn the volume down on it, that'd be awesome. I don't know if you do.
I do.
All right, yeah, that would definitely help. Hey, Mimi's on. Mimi's Kate's mom. She's on. She must be really bored to tune it into us dummies.
Hey. I demand respect. Mr. Dummy to you.
Mr. Dummy to you. So, Nicole, what's it like being an school administrator during this?
Yeah, we are lucky that we had a lot of like the background work for online learning kind of in place with what we call our student management system, but we weren't using it for online learning. We were using it for all of our communication and everything else. But this came kind of fast and furious. I know it seems silly to say that. I know we were in an admin meeting, the 6 or 7 of us who are in those positions, maybe like 2 weeks before school closed. And I remember somebody saying, hey, if we have to close school, and it was this big hypothetical, even though we know other countries are already dealing with it, we didn't really see it as as something that was going to be possible. And then 5 days later, all of a sudden it was possible. And then all of a sudden on the 13th, it was our new reality. So we jumped into place pretty quick. So we were lucky that we were ahead of the game as far as having that management system in place, but it's been a big learning curve. So we have, 206 students and 60 faculty who all of a sudden had to learn how to do things. So it's been busy.
Yeah.
I say I'm working more now than I usually do, but that's all right. I'm doing it from home. And
can you do me a favor? Can you shut the blinds behind you so you're not just a silhouette?
Thatch, got that?
Yeah, that one over there is killing.
Thatch is gonna look at there's Thatch. There he is. Oh.
Hey, Thatch. Jeez, look how tall he's getting. How tall is he now?
Oh, he's huge. He's 5. What are you? 5'2".
Holy
I'm
mackerel.
5'4". He's gonna pass me in a minute.
That's amazing. Hi, Josie Martell.
Oh, hi, Josie.
Yeah,
Josie.
Hey, Nicole, thanks for everything. I know you're working hard with all your teachers and your kids, and I know you miss all them. And thanks.
I have a question for you, Nicole.
Thank you.
How's the liquor situation at your house?
Yeah, you know what? I literally the day that we closed school, I was on my way home. I go to that little Sonny's in Beverly, down the street from our campus. And thanks to Chris McCarthy and maybe you, I got 2 cases or 2 12-packs of Bud Light seltzers. I have had maybe 5 so far.
That's a bold-faced lie.
I've had half where they sit on my nightstand. And no, I'm totally serious.
That is a bold-faced lie.
I kid you not.
You look in the camera, look in our eyes, Nicole, and tell us.
Too busy.
Come on.
I haven't at all.
All right.
No lies.
All right.
I said that to a coworker who doesn't usually drink a lot, and she's like, "Oh, I probably had about 4 bottles of wine so far, total, which is also not a lot." And I told her the same thing. She didn't believe me either, but I don't know.
Kate started freaking out last night because her Tito's, she's down to like a partial bottle of Tito's right now. So there's a lot of, she's been refreshing Instacart on an hourly basis. There's a lot going on.
I think that's my problem. But I think if I had something I liked more, I'd probably be having a cocktail every night, but I didn't get it accordingly.
Look how quiet Pat is on all this, okay?
Oh, yeah, Pat.
Pat's been pounding down the Tullamore Dew. Are you making homemade lemon drops, Pat? Because that's your usual MO.
That's my next project.
Homemade
lemon drops are my next project.
There you go.
Wow.
Hey, Nicole, if you had a light that you could put in front of you.
Seriously? Wait,
Well, then I see that lamp in the background of you. If you put it in front of you.
All right, here we go. How's that?
Oh, much better.
Oh, there's Minnow.
Oh, that's a great shot. I like the whale thing over there. Oh, by the way,
that's from the Bluefin Blowout.
By the way, was it Nicole?
Yeah.
You've created a monster. You've created an absolute monster with eBay and
eBay shopping,
Vineyard Vines and Helly Hansen.
Yeah.
You've created a monster. That's all I'm gonna say.
Helly Hansen in particular is where it's our go-to. Yeah.
Susan Lipset Susan Lipset says there are provisions at her house. I don't think that's a wise decision to put that over the airwaves, because if things get really bad, there's going to be a lot of robberies. Listen, this is the thing we thought about the other day. If things get really bad, think about the junkies, right? And I'm not saying this, junkies are junkies, right? If there are a lot of people out of work and people need their heroin, I wonder if the police or if the Angel program has ramped up so that there will be less crime because junkies won't feel like they have to steal to get money to get their stuff. I don't know. I mean, think about it. All I'm saying is this. I had this conversation with Kate. Make sure everybody locks their, some people are very trusting and they leave. I lock our doors. If I'm leaving the house to go to my mother's house next door, I lock my doors. I lock my car doors. Lock your cars and doors and windows. I'm not trying to be morbid. I'm just saying it's a disease. Those people that are affected, those aren't they're not themselves. They're acting. They don't have control over their actions. So make it more difficult. And protect.
Joey, that's a good point because people are.
Look at that dog. That dog is huge.
Well,
Yeah.
there you go. That will clear the sunshine in your
We
face.
just have to roll right here. Yep.
That is so disgusting. Did you let the dog lick your face?
Oh, I did.
Felicia lets her dog do the same thing.
Oh, this dog wants us all to go back to work in the worst way.
Why?
He's
Not.
tired.
He's not a social dog.
No, he's a totally social dog, but he's like, all of you belong at the hockey rink and at work and school.
Yeah, that couch was mine. That chair was mine. How dare you sit there?
Does he have a sunny spot where he likes to sit and warm up in the
Right behind me, but you made me close the drapes.
Oh, that's why he's there right now. He's like, "What the fuck, Ma? Open up the drapes so I can get warm." That's probably what he's thinking right now.
Yep, he's cursing you out. Look at you, won't look at you.
So if we come over for a barbecue, he's probably gonna bite me.
Probably. Yep.
That's how that works.
Giving you the cold shoulder.
He wants no part of this podcast. He wants no part of it. He wants attention from Mama.
Yeah, he does. I know this is so annoying. I'm sorry.
No, it is not at all.
People have toddlers.
Connor wants to know where does he poop in the yard? Where does he poop?
Yeah, we have a big backyard.
Does he poop? Does he go up on top the highest rock and do a power squat and poop on the rock, or does he find a nice corner of a grassy knoll to poop?
He goes anywhere he wants in the backyard.
And do you pick
Anywhere
it up?
he wants.
Do you pick it up?
Every once in a while we put the kids on that. But although yesterday he went out, we have
Did I ever tell you the story?
backyard.
Did I ever tell you the story? Kate and I were house hunting, and there was this house on Seaview Ave, and we went through the house. The house fucking reeked of dog, like stinky dog, right? It had a decent layout. It was in a nice neighborhood. Actually, we would have been even closer to the McCarthys. It was literally right across the street from the McCarthys. So the backyard was fenced in, and they had these dogs. And we looked out from the back window of the kitchen down. There had to be, not exaggerating, 150 fucking landmine dog poops. I'm not exaggerating at all. Zero picking up of dog poop. It was like the most bizarre thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Like how?
And the house still was smelly.
And the house was. It was. I had Brenda Davis, Grimes Davis. The house smelled so bad. I don't know if you could have got rid of the dog. I don't even know if. Here's a question: if a house smells really bad of dog, right? Can you? And say you pull up the carpets, does it still get into the drywall? Can you get rid of that smell? I wonder. What do you think? Hey, Mick.
I didn't know dogs did that. I thought it was more of a cat thing that did that.
No, this is dogs. This is big fucking dog poops in the whole backyard. Like it was like
no, I know the
100
backyard,
of
but
them.
as far as like in the house, I thought it was more of a like
It smelled
cat
like
smell. Like
it smelled like
I never heard
wet,
about that with dogs.
wet, stinky fucking dog. That's what it smelled like. It was terrible. Cause I've been in people's houses, like my sister's house. You wouldn't know that there's a dog in there other than seeing the dog. I've been in the McCarthy's house. You go in there, you don't smell dog. But this house was horrible. The smell of dog was so disgusting. I don't know. So I guess this is for the readers. If you had to go into one house, there was food in one house, and you were starving, and you were gonna die if you didn't eat. You had to go in. Would you pick the stinky poop house or the stinky cigarette house to walk into?
Oh boy. Cigarettes. Well, no, take that back. Poop. Because the cigarette smoke makes me feel unhealthy. I mean, unhealthier.
Yeah, it gets into your clothes. You know, the dog smell like might be bad while you're there, but when you leave, you don't smell like it. The smoke you take with you.
Yeah, I would say that too. If you hold your breath and just go in and grab what you need, at least you don't come out and someone goes, "What did you have a couple of butts in there while you were in there?" So I agree with that.
Brenda Grimes Davis says cigarette smoke smell. Listen, there's no good answer here. I'm not pretending that one answer is the right answer or the wrong answer. All I'm saying is, the point is, you have to really think about it because they're both fucking horrible, right?
Well, we're kind of playing Hollywood squares here, Nicole, and I think you and I, we just got the X and he got the O. So.
You know how smokers don't think that smokers don't think that they smell.
Yeah.
They're oblivious to it. And, hey, wait! I should say this because a little self-deprecating thing. Like down the wharf, I don't smell the horrible fish, and people walk in there and they're like, "Oh my God, that bait smells horrible." I'm like, "Yeah, it's stinky bait, but it's not that bad." Do you think that dog owners don't realize that if they have stinky poop houses, that they can't smell the dog poop? Like
Absolutely, yes.
I don't think it's dog poop. Like I'm sure we smell like a little bit doggy because we let the dog on the couch and whatnot. I'm sure it's like dog dander and whatnot, but it doesn't smell like dog poop in the house. But I'm sure you could tell that there's like a dog lounging wherever he wants to lounge until we Febreze and open the windows. Like by the end of the winter, I'm sure we're a little bit like, yeah, there's dogs taking naps around here. But
yeah, but there's a difference between like a big time musty dog smell and like a random kind of like, oh yeah, I can see the dog hair around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, Joey, a quick story on this one. When I was doing all the money stuff for the Mets, and I was when you pull in, I'm taking the money for parking. People would put their window down and they would hold their cigarette out the window at me, reach in their purse to get the money. So I would say, "Can you kind of move the cigarette?" And they would yell at me saying, "I'm not putting this stinky, smelly cigarette in my car," and they put it out the window right in front of my face.
It's hilarious. Smokers are yeah. We talk about this all the time. Like the dog owners, like that. There's never a bad dog owner. Like there's never it doesn't matter if the dog bit someone's face off. It's still it was the kid's fault. It wasn't the dog's fault. It's never the dog owner. There's never a bad dog. There's never a smoker that stinks to them. It doesn't stink. It's all the same. It's all the same.
Nicole, how are you passing the time here with the boys and everything? We're reading some of the stuff you're doing, riding around, looking at great stuff. Good photos, as always, Nicole.
Oh, look who's trying to open the window.
I'm going to open that window without you.
Right? He's pissed. Who's trying to open the window? I'm working a lot, like I said, so that makes my days fly by. The kids, Finn's had about 3 hours of work every day from day one, so he knows his like little routine of when he wakes up and when he has downtime and when he needs to go back to work. So that's good. Thatch just got online this week with his school, so he's got 3 or 4 classes a day that he has to be on Zoom and has some work to do. And then we're lucky where we live, and I wrote that last night, that we have the quarries down the road, lots of trails right behind our house, and we've been avoiding beaches, but we have like lots of coastline and whatnot, so we definitely go for a walk or a bike ride and long drives. I'm a wicked Sunday driver, so I love to get in the car and just drive for an hour or so. And that's been my saving grace, taking a few photos and just doing the whole Cape Ann thing. And Thatcher likes to do that. Finn prefers to stay home and play video games, which, I'll get on that soapbox for a minute. Like, this is do or die for all of us. Like, Finn is definitely playing more video games than I would like him to play, but he's also getting all of his schoolwork done, and he's miserable too. Hockey season didn't end for these kids after, 118 games. They had no playoffs. They missed their friends. There's no baseball right now. There's no lacrosse. There's no school. There's no any kind of play date. So they're miserable. I feel like if these kids can do anything they want to do right now, short of being disrespectful, and I'm okay with it. So
get their homework done, and then after that, it's game on.
Whatever they want. Yeah,
I agree.
Honestly, sucks for them.
Yeah, my daughters have been all about TikTok. They're like they created a TikTok channel, and it's taken off. It's actually they're doing these videos like these creative cooking videos, and they're killing it.
Nice.
Yeah.
We'll find it. The boys probably have already seen it, but
ask them if they saw the girls. Is he close by?
I don't want to yell because we're on camera, so let me text my children from other rooms.
That's how.
It's either I yell to them or I text them. What would you prefer right now?
No, whatever works. Listen, we're not. We already talked about this. We're not judging. No judge. This is a no judgment zone.
No judging right now.
Except for
Hey, Ben.
people who stinky poop houses.
Yeah, right. Huh. No one's gonna answer me.
Ding.
I know. I'm sorry. I can't. If I mute
Fries
it.
are done. Ding. Fries are
Hey,
done.
Andy Lee, how you doing, buddy?
Joey, what are some of the comments?
I can't see all the maybe if I turn my.
Charlene says something.
Oh, Charlene said something like, Chris is not on and he's missing all the poop talk right now.
I was thinking about Chris the other day. You probably already talked about this because I haven't done any of these, but it was about, I don't know what, 2 months ago that we were having all the toilet paper talk with Chris before toilet paper became like the thing.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Come over here for a second. Just walk around here. Come here. Joey has a question for you.
Oh, what was my question? Oh, have you seen Eloise and Madeline's TikTok account, the one where they do the cooking?
No.
His daughters, you haven't seen it yet?
No.
Go find it.
It's called
What?
Frostin from Boston.
Frostin from Boston. Go look it up, Penny.
I think it's
You're a big TikTok fan.
FROSTIN.
Yeah.
From BOSTIN or something like that. Frostin from Boston. Yeah, they're killing it. They're killing it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they're having fun with it. Nicole Bembridge is watching. Andy Lee is watching. John Richards is watching. Janice Silva is watching. Eleanor Milito Tucker, our friends from Mom's Kitchen. And School of Vivani is also watching. Some new faces. I like the new faces. That's nice.
Nice.
Really nice.
And happy birthday to Kendall Doe. 8th birthday for Kendall Doe from Brenda Grimes Davis.
Big shout out right there. Kendall Doe. Oh, Kendall, that's Kylie's daughter, I think. Kylie is the one who's made like 5,000 masks and is asking people to bring like fabric for her to make masks. And she's been furiously. Brenda, how many masks? What's the count up to that Kylie has made? I saw her husband Chris Doe had donated some of his old Brooks Brothers shirts to make COVID masks. So we'll get an update on that. Andy Lee says he heard there was poop talk. He had to chime in. So Kim Smith put a post up yesterday about should Gloucester shut down the beaches, and I kind of feel like I think that people can social distance on the beaches. So I don't know. Do you agree or not, Nicole? Have you noticed differently or no?
Well, so I don't know. I mean, the beaches are one thing, so bear with me for a second. But I do get that, like people in your own town want to get out and get fresh air, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And some people don't live in a place where you can maybe just walk in your neighborhood. I don't know. So like to be devil's advocate, I get that a beach, like everyone wants to come and be at the beach and the beach is wide, but parking at the beach, bumper to bumper and walking on the sidewalk onto the beach and passing each other on the bridge, going to Good Harbor Beach, like the people who, and I know this isn't going to be well received, but the people who live there want to be able to do that. And when you can't get to the beach because there's 8,000 other cars at the beach, then it's a little bit frustrating.
Oh, so it's more the car. Is it more the car issue?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. We haven't had this issue because we're lucky that we can go in any direction from where we are and walk and bike ride safely and like literally see no one. But on our drives, we go by Halibut Point, which is only a mile away from us. And the parking lot has been full with police officers there controlling parking. The whole street has been full. The parking lot down at the Lobster Pool restaurant's been full. It's been busier than like a August Sunday around there. And that's frustrating for the people who just want to go and be safe. Now all of a sudden they're dealing with 4th of July crowds. And likewise, I have a coworker who wanted to take her son. She lives near the boulevard, wanted to take her son for a bike ride. And when they were there, they bumped into 4 different kids who they know from out of town who got there first. And she didn't feel comfortable, like, now the boulevard's packed. She lives right down the street. So they went home and her son was bummed out. And I don't know. I mean, that's a silly example.
Well, okay. So
Get it.
I'm not sure where I feel like personally, if I went to the beach, I could distance myself from other people. Okay, but okay, I haven't been down the beach, so I'm not going to say that. But I could see if there's so many cars, you have to walk past the cars. Is that the issue? Because Kate is very frustrated on the back shore. She won't walk on the back shore. She's going all these
Right.
back roads to do her walks.
Yeah.
So for people that are doing a lot of walking, there's something to it, I guess.
Well, I guess, Joey, I know that when I see what Nicole's saying and what you're saying too, I see a lot of people parking alongside by Good Harbor Beach, but it's just like they're not getting out of their cars and going right to the beach. It's a family. It could be more. They're opening up doors. They're going out on the sidewalk to stretch out like they were in a parking lot to
Mhm.
go and unload to do what they want to do. Well, that's blocking the sidewalk. Also, if you want to do distancing,
If you, I mean,
you how you
if
around.
someone's running up on you, I mean, I went for a walk. I did go for a walk with my daughters the other day, and people were walking towards us. We walked out on the street and we did a wide swath around them, and we went past them. I mean, it wasn't that big a deal to me. I don't know why it's such a big deal, but it seems to be for some people. So I'm not
Yeah.
saying it's right or wrong. I'm just like I'm just curious. Is it really that is it really that you don't is it really that you feel like you can't be separated by 6 feet on the beach, or is it that you don't want the plovers to be disturbed, or is it that people don't want people from out of town here because they feel like Gloucester should only be for Gloucester residents, because there's plenty of those people. I don't really know. I don't have a good sense on where, or is it a combination of all of those things?
I agree with that, Joey. It's a
Uh,
combination. People are using a lot of that thought that you just said, and they're combining it to one bowl of soup, and it's a little frustrating to do all of that, to
yeah,
hear that.
yeah. I don't know. I
Yeah, I
really
mean,
don't know.
we all love our tourism, and we know that, but it is hard. I think people are just afraid, and I think that
Mm-hmm.
as they should be, and I think that everything is magnified right now, and and I mean, we like I said, we go for a lot, we go for a lot of drives. We like to go by my mom, who she can't go out at all. She's 75. She's probably listening, and we won't let her leave her house. But man, she's stir crazy and lonely, so we try to go by and she'll come to the window or maybe come outside, and we stand like 20 feet away and talk to her for a minute. And when we're doing those drives, we still see groups of people everywhere, and it's you know
I'm gonna give an example of the people that hate people that come here from out of town and buy homes. Okay, I'm gonna give an example of a person that I had the pleasure to meet within the first. Actually, I met her before the blog started, and she was on the original 5 or 6 person committee that started the Gloucester block parties. Erica Hansen, one of my favorite people in the world, one of the sweetest humans in the world. She was part of this group, and she saw how the Van Nesses came from someplace else and were doing incredible things in the community. There are the Grows came from somewhere else, settled down here. They're part of the portrait program. There are countless numbers of people that have the Dalpiazes setting down roots here from New York, doing a ton. Pat volunteers her time at the visitors center. She does countless research projects for us. She does a ton of good for the community. So all the people, the fucking townies that say we should shut it down to everyone but people that live in Gloucester, or you shouldn't be able to move here, I say that's fucking horseshit. Because it's gonna ebb and flow. People are gonna come and they're gonna go, and there are
Mm-hmm.
just because someone moves here doesn't make them a jerk. There are a lot of great people that have moved here that have contributed incredible amounts to our community. So, um, and that's why I'm kind of frustrated with the whole should gloss that. And I'm not sure we don't want anyone else here because this is our beach thing. I just it just doesn't sit well with me. I don't know.
I hope it's a safety thing. I mean, so in Rockport, Bearskin Neck is closed to anyone other than residents, and the beaches are closed. We don't have, our beaches aren't the size of Good Harbor Beach. They're smaller, and we definitely were seeing a lot of people driving into town who don't live here and walking, and it's a little bit more congested. So they've made the decision to close parts of Rockport, and that's definitely a safety thing. I mean, no tourist seaside community is going to ask people not to come unless it's a situation like the one that we're in.
Well, Gloucester hasn't done that
No.
as of yet. That's why I think Kim asked the question. Pauline Bresnahan says, "True Gloucester people have embraced all people. We have done it since our town was founded." I don't know that that's like Pauline. I love Pauline. I respect Pauline. I don't know if that's necessarily. There's a lot of Gloucester people, unless you have blinders on, that absolutely you hear that you see them on Facebook and everything else that would just assume put a roadblock at the top of the bridge and not let other people come in. I think there's.
Do those people not ever take vacations anywhere else? Are they never a
Oh,
tourist anywhere else they go?
believe me, yeah, no, I know.
Don't we all go visit other places?
Yeah, no. Nantucket, Andy Lee says Nantucket and the Vineyard is having the same conversation. Hi, Walter Murphy. Hi, Kathy Dagley. Hey, Walter Murphy. I'd like to thank you for coming out and fixing my fork truck last week. Walter Murphy's a great guy. He, our fork truck mechanic. He came out on short notice and got out there. What is that noise, Pat?
Is that a bird?
Yes, it's a red-winged blackbird, I think.
No,
I can't see it
it's
from
a
here.
blue jay that's sitting on my.
Oh, the blue jay. Yeah.
He's sitting on my grill on my deck here.
I love blue jays. Blue jays. My favorite. What's everybody's favorite? Name two of your favorite birds right now. Go. Everybody and people from home, type in your answers. Hummingbird and a cardinal for Jimmy and Pat. What do you have, Nicole?
Oh, I like all the seabirds. I'm gonna go like cormorant and
Osprey, egret.
I like I like the birds who are by the water.
I like black crowned night heron and blue jays. Black crowned night heron are. We're gonna run out of time in 10 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
bluebird, cardinal, hummingbird, owl. Awesome.
I might have to pay. I might have to end up paying to have. I might end up having to pay so we can have more time. Lisa Haynes says hummingbird and owls. Pauline says bluebird and cardinal. Brenda Grimes Davis says blue jay. Well, we'll hear from our other people shortly, I'm sure.
And Walter says, "You're welcome, Joey."
Walter is the man. He is the man. I'm telling you, this guy can fix. If you saw our fork truck, actually, we got this fork truck up in a dairy farm, about 12 miles from the Canada border, in Vermont. Yeah. No, Pauline, we just got a notification. I think that they give you one or two times without a time limit, and then then now that they're asking for money. So, yeah, we got that. We got this. It was this fork truck, and it was like in brand new condition. As it turned out, it had worked. It was in a post office for years and years and years, a ton of miles on it, but it was indoors all the time, so it looked like brand new. And then a dairy farmer got it, and I think he only had it for a little bit because it still looked like brand new. We got it, and within 2 years, it looked like it was 15 years old because of the salt water eats up everything. Yeah, salt water eats up everything.
Or it could be the sliding around the dock into different things too, I think.
Well, we handled that salted bait, and like there's just it's. Hi, Kim Mulvally. Kim Mulvally, the Mulvally family is. I grew up with that family. Great people, all really positive, fun, awesome.
So, Nicole,
people.
This thing is going to be over very soon. What's one of the first things you think you're going to be doing?
Oh, I don't know. Well, we canceled an April vacation and a May long weekend. We have one vacation hanging on in June that isn't looking really great right now. But I don't know. The kids are doing fine. I miss my friends. I miss my hockey moms. So I don't know if Josie was logged on. I don't know. I mean, we're good for a nice dinner out, some drinks, all the time, getting together after games. I'm missing sitting in chairs at the baseball field right now. And so I can't wait to see our friends.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, Nicole, that one thing I just want to do is I want to see everybody and just have a big hug fest and say hello again. That's all I want to do. I want to see everybody that I could say, shake hands.
Jimmy's
Shout out to our neighbor Richard just joined in.
Jimmy's
Shout
like
out. Hello.
Jimmy's like the creepy uncle that gives awkwardly long hugs, and he like everybody.
Yeah, watch my hands, folks. Watch my hands, okay?
The creepy
Thanks,
uncle.
Joey. Thanks, Joey. I appreciate that.
Karen O'Donnell was
yeah. It's bad enough I'm riding around with a New York plate and I'm getting looks. Now they're going to say he's the creepy uncle. Thanks, Joey.
I'm telling you, Jimmy, I told you guys, I would be nervous running. I've heard people.
Well, no, we carry with us at all times proof of our local address.
You should carry your Good Morning Gloucester press badge around your neck,
or your pay stub,
or your
yeah, right.
Thank you, Nicole.
Really, Nicole? Really? Thank you. Jesus Christ.
Joey hasn't made any layoffs yet, so that's good.
I'm ready to make a few layoffs. I'm ready to. There's someone was precariously close to getting a layoff last month.
Uh-oh.
I think you guys all are aware of who I'm talking about too.
I do remember something.
Yeah. Actually, was that last month or the month before? I was in Mexico, so.
You were in Mexico. I remember
February, early February. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to check myself for a second and be like, wait, did I do something? But
oh,
it wasn't me.
That was a long night for a lot of people.
Richard Attridge says Rose is here in her Easter bonnet. What does that mean?
Those are our neighbors.
Oh yeah, so are you social distancing with your neighbors?
We are.
Yes.
Oh, that's good. All right. We're going to get bumped off here in a few minutes. So I just wanted to say thank you guys for joining us. Thank you, Pat and Jimmy. Thank Nicole for coming on short notice. I appreciate
the invite. Thanks for the invite.
We invited Kim Smith, but she couldn't be here. Apparently, she didn't respond to any of my texts. We invited Bex, but Bex didn't. Bex didn't respond to our thing, even though Bex begged us to come on a couple of days ago, and maybe she's busy doing something. I don't know. But I miss all of our friends. I can't wait to see everybody and have a few adult beverages with you. And this is a great podcast. I'm glad we got together, guys.
Yeah, thanks, Joey.
Thanks. Great seeing you, Nicole.
All right.
You too. Thanks, guys.
Everybody have a great day.
All right. Bye.
We'll see you.